Makaton was a gateway to being understood. He would get really frustrated if he couldn't get his message across. So I don't know what he would have turned out like if he couldn't be heard.
What's that? Hold it up, show Adam.
Mummy.
What is it?
Bed.
A bed.
Mummy.
Bed. Yeah, you've got to do the same bed.
He was a very, very quiet little boy. He didn't really say, he was communicative in that he would use his face and his eyes, but he didn't say very much at all. In fact, a lot of the actual speech therapy that I did with him was to do with getting him to make some kind of sound when he saw an image. So his hands really were his first language.
House, good talking. A baby. Oh, we love the baby.
He was a most cooperative little boy, actually. He loved more than anything to sit with his speech sounds, and he would go through cards and he would say sounds for each card.
Good boy.
Once we got the kindergarten on board, they really took over a lot of the Makaton tuition. They played lots and lots of games with him, and he was really keen to be part of that. He would be the teacher, and he would help all the other children in the kindergarten to sign. So he signed from quite an early age. Even before that, he was making up little signs by himself. He was quite a communicative child, and I remember him asking for a bar of muesli up in the cupboard. This is when he was a tiny little fellow, maybe 3, and he had invented this as a sign for a bar of muesli.
Good boy.
So when he came to school, he didn't have a lot of words. He grunted quite a bit, he pointed, and he was able to look at pictures and respond to pictures by signing. But apart from that, he didn't say an awful lot. And I think maybe he was quite frustrated because of that. He wasn't able to get his message across really easily because he didn't have lots of signs and he didn't have speech.
Initially it was quite difficult because Adam was very difficult. He would have amazing rages and tantrums, and as time went on, it really did become more apparent that he was just such a frustrated little boy.
Hello. Hello, Adam.
When he came to school and the staff began to learn Makaton, it snowballed from there.
When I first started here, we sat together for ages just going through. He used to actually correct me, whereas Adam can be very loose with his signs. He used to say, no, it's like this, you know, so ball, for instance. So he was very proud of showing me that, and you could tell he was proud, and he'd be looking at you and saying, "Yeah, I've taught her that." He knows. He's a very clever boy.
Watch me.
We had the children rally around, be supportive and talk lots, and the teacher aide was absolutely marvellous. Signed a lot, but always talking, always verbalising while signing. And I would too. And I think just gradually, I honestly cannot think of when, but I can remember writing in his report at the end of that year that I suddenly felt this wonderful sense that his frustration level had lowered considerably, and has done considerably more since then. Far fewer tantrums, and the children were able to communicate with him better. Suddenly the humour that was there, and we'd all have a wonderful laugh.
Get out your chopsticks. Yum. Yum.
No, not. Well, never. But he has developed so far. Adam can use 4 or 5, 6 signs in one sentence. He can read a whole book. He's on level 16 PM reading, and he can read a book and speak the words and do the signs.
Hot chips. Are they hot?
Although the signing is his first language, he has got quite a lot of words, and he uses words and sign together, and that one augments the other. Sometimes his speech isn't all that very clear, and so it's really important that he signs, because it means that the teachers can understand what he's actually talking about. Otherwise it would be really difficult to understand him.
F for
Good.
feather sword. Captain Feather Sword. I'll just do a feather.
A for
J for Jacob. Oh,
Oops.
Jacob went to get tea. Fish and chips. Huge change in Adam's speech, cooperation in class and language, friendships. He can go up to children in school now and say, do you want to play with me?
I think it's lovely for him. It's been most satisfying seeing how far he's come. I feel a bit possessive about seeing him move on. I really do.
And clean up, expected. Time for lunch. Yes, it is. Time for lunch.